everyone, it's Doug Jackson from WordClock.com. I'm here today to show you how we put the faces onto our standard word clocks. A few people have asked how we go about it, so nothing beats putting a video in place. Here we have a face and a face mount for one of our German clocks, so we'll use that. That's the next one in the list. So firstly, we have our completed clock. You can see all of our LEDs which have been wired up. You can see the controller, everything's installed, ready to go. Here is our cast acrylic laser cut face. In fact, if we gently remove some of the paper, you can see it is in fact clear perspex. That goes over the very top. We have here this surround piece. Now this surround piece gets glued onto the frame, so in this video we'll end up gluing this frame in place. We have this LED mount. Now what the LED mount's there for is to provide us with a nice flat surface to put our diffusing paper on. So we put our diffuser on, then we put the face on, then we put the clear acrylic on top, and then we use our beautiful little screws to hold the face together. So let's go through the processes so that you can see exactly how we do it. Firstly, let's grab our frame and our edge support. We line the frame up so that it is central with the edge support, and then we use a little bit of acrylic adhesive, so acrylic solvent, to bond the face support to the frame. Now before it goes off, let's just turn it over and make sure that it's lined up nice and firmly. There it is, absolutely beautiful. Now we use, in the workshop I use a product called Acrobond 105. No idea if that focuses, but it's okay. This is an industrial quality acrylic solvent. You're only supposed to use it in ventilated environments, hence the ventilation that I have here in the workshop. I also do have masks in order to make sure that when I'm doing large amounts of acrylic work I don't breathe the solvent, because of course breathing solvent is a very bad plan. So there we go, the support is now bonded to the frame. And of course we prefer to leave all of our frames for a day or so after we've glued them, to make sure that the solvent works well. But for this video, I'll do things pretty quickly. Very occasionally you can see that the little piece of waste isn't removed as part of the cutting process. Just use whatever tool happens to be convenient on the bench and remove that. Of course, the next step is to remove the protective paper. There we go, that goes into the rubbish bin. Okay, next we grab our face support. So I don't bother removing the paper from the inside edge because it doesn't matter. Now, when you put it in, if you see baffles through, obviously the face support's the wrong way around. So when the face support is in place, you can see the light wells are correctly supported. Now, the next step is to install a diffuser. Here at Doug's WordClock, I've actually discovered that good old-fashioned baking paper works beautifully as a diffuser. So every single clock has this sheet of diffuser paper over it, just so that you can see the effect of putting the baking paper in place. That's it without a diffuser. Not particularly good. Put a diffuser over there, and absolutely stunning. So we can see it going through its self-test. We can see each of the light wells is lighting up. As I said earlier, this is a German clock. My German clock does the self-test in a slightly different order to a standard clock, but that's okay. And there we go. So that's that. Now we need to attach the diffuser to the frame. So I just use sticky tape. Good old-fashioned sticky tape. Works a treat. So attach it to the top using a sharp edge. Cut along the bottom. Cut along this side here. Now cutting is not critical because of course, into the rubbish bin, because of course we don't see this diffuser at all. Now when you're putting the tape in, don't put the tape over the middle of the light, so put it off to one edge, because you don't want to see the words through the, you don't want to see the words, the sticky tape shining behind a word. So there we go, so there's our diffuser, then we have our face. Now we just use compressed air here in the workshop just to gently remove any dust. You can use your fingers, that's okay, whatever works. Then the next step is to remove the little pieces of waste from inside the plastic. Just push these out and get rid of them. Then we need to remove the acrylic protective cover from the top. Of course, just like the previous video that I did where I show you the last steps associated with doing the back, you can see that having a little bit of an irritating day associated with removing paper. Don't know how sign writers cope, but that's okay. There we go. That can now just get put on place. I use a small screwdriver just to make sure that all three elements are actually lined up. Then let's remove this here. This clock is obviously in nighttime mode. Let's just roll the time backward. It's a pretty boring video now, sorry. I didn't intend for you to sit watching me change the time on the clock. You can see that the words are particularly dim. And the reason why they're particularly dim, let's just turn the clock off and turn the clock back on. The normal brightness is actually beautifully bright. When it's in nighttime mode, between the hours of about 9 o'clock at night and 6 o'clock in the morning, it reduces the brightness significantly. And we do that so that when you put one of our clocks into a room where people are sleeping, people don't end up swearing at you the next day. So back we go. Now just making sure that you're aware, I haven't done the firmware upgrades, so the controller is not actually a German controller yet, it's an English controller inside a German clock. A little bit of a firmware update will change that. So that's 10, that's the theory, so 5 minutes, 10 o'clock, 10 before 10. Actually, this is doing really well. Awesome. That's 9. And as we go back before 9 o'clock, 10 before 5, 9. Maybe it says 7 o'clock. I can never remember. There are different versions of the software. Here's 8. It's in 8 o'clock, probably 8 o'clock at night. Back we go. 8, before 8, up past 7. There you go. here we are at 6 o'clock. There you go. It's 6 o'clock. So there we go. Now just turn the frame. I actually prefer to turn the frame around. And as we work, we remove the cover paper. This is actually my favourite time when I'm making these clocks is when we're at the finished stage. I actually find that they end up looking spectacular. They look really, really nice. Do them up, just finger tight is fine. Up we go. Remove all of that. I'll end up getting a couple of fingerprints on the face. That's why God invented the cloth to do wiping. Roll it round again. Next one goes in. Everything, because the laser cutter is so precise, everything ends up lining up perfectly. And back we go. Last one here. Click. In it goes. And there we go. And that is it. The face is now installed. You can see how it goes, and this is the right way up for you. You can see it's a fairly reflective face. Of course we do have non-reflective options available, so that's it. Okay guys, enjoy making your clocks. I'll leave you in peace. Take care. Bye. There'll be an off button here somewhere. And of course I missed it.